Okay.
Let's see. Looks like this broke. Right, create a new browser. Just remove this destination from the things. Okay. One of them has got to be removed. And looks like we are live. I see a couple people have joined us. And hey, hey, hey. Hey, everybody. I got all kind of screens, all kind of stuff happening. Hey, y'all. Hey, hey. I see you. I see Eric on here with me tonight.
What's up, everybody? What's up, people?
That's Willis right there.
Yes,
I
it
can
is.
always tell how he writes. So yes, yes, yes. Hey everybody, hey everybody. I see y'all coming on in. So some of y'all did get the message. Hey Melanie.
Act like y'all know.
That's right. That's right. So the schedule is normally for me to come on at like 1 o'clock, right? To do talk to Tamika. So today I had forgot until I forgot I had to go to the dentist. And the dentist appointment was at 12:30 in Overland Park. So I was like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to pull that all off and stuff. Now, if I was on just gonna do Zoom or even like YouTube or something like that, I
Mhm.
could get that on my phone. But trying to do all the platforms and try to get you in, y'all know I ain't no techie like that. I barely can get into the Tesla, okay, with the fob. Like, and the problem is because like when I'm in Florida, I'm driving the Jeep. So when you're driving the Jeep, I don't know if people here, if you have a Jeep, you probably already know this, but they have these, the hand wave that you got to do when people are passing you. They got special hand wave in the Jeep Club. They got this thing you could get ducked where if you leave your car, they leave these little ducks on your car. They
Uh-huh.
got a whole community of just stuff that the Jeep people do.
Uh-huh.
So I'm used to being in that. Then when you get in a Tesla and it's like you in this little spaceship. So stuff is zooming and talking to you
Oh, wow.
and so sometimes I just be like, wait a minute, hold on, doors opening and stuff like that. So I'm like, wait a minute. Um yes, the duck Jeep peeps and stuff like that. Yes, they leave their cards and all kind of stuff and they got big Facebook group. Yeah, it's
Mhm.
a lot going on in that Jeep family. And then you go to the Tesla family. So if I'm in the Tesla, sometimes I'll wave my hand, but Tesla don't have a hand wave thing. So I just be
They
looking at
don't.
the people and no, so it's just like, hey neighbor. So all of that stuff be going on. Then had to go out there. So I was like, you know what? Let's just move it until 5 o'clock. And that way I'm not rushing, playing around in this whole thing or whatever, whatever. So I'm laughing. Hey Jasmine, somebody from Sunrise, Florida. Yeah, where are you guys from today? And somebody just posted rich lady problems.
Okay. Look,
Thir-
you see, just saying, because I have no clue.
Yeah, so, and the thing what's crazy is the Tesla is on that like Turo program supposed to be rented. That was the KJ's business idea. So went ahead like, okay, well, we'll do that. And then the Jeep was for the real estate house that's down there. So I don't personally have a car that I
Oh,
drive. And so Jeff and I were talking, he was like, what kind of car do you want? And I was like, you know what? One to come with a driver because I'm just at a point now. I want to
you don't need,
drive.
yeah,
I don't even
yeah.
want to drive. I want to be in the back of the car working. Like I had so much work to do that I don't enjoy the driving of the vehicle. I enjoy. I like to move around in the car when I want to. But not the driving part.
Not the
So
drive.
hey guys, hey Angela. But so and I think and if I get in trouble on the plane and get escorted off the plane one more time, I'm gonna need a driver.
You got escorted?
So yeah, I got escorted off the plane twice already. But that's a story for a whole nother time.
Another time, yeah. I can't wait to hear this one.
Yes, twice. So that's why if you ever see my sister, she'll say, "One more strike, and your ass gonna be walking."
Walking.
That's all right because that's when I'm gonna have to get a private jet and a driver because and a boat probably of some kind because I got to get around. Auntie still got to get around, but Yeah. So what I wanted to make sure we were talking about, and it's 2022. And folks are like, "Oh, I'm gearing up and doing all this stuff." I'm like, "What you gearing up for? Y'all knew 2022 was coming. Got to stay ready. So you ain't got to get ready. What you waiting on? Anything you wanted to do in 2022, you could go ahead and get done now. You ain't got to wait. You really don't, unless you're a person saying, "Hey, I need a break," or whatever. And
Hmm.
so, one of the things that I wanted to come and talk, because next year you'll know, people will notice that the platform looks different, that we're doing different things. We found our tribe in being within these Facebook groups. And then once we got to our conferences and started meeting each other, our tribe started to grow. And we have a very, very powerful tribe just within the people who you guys, you know, talk to. And I say it's like 100 of you guys. And now that we have other groups, our groups have started growing. And so I just said, you know what? Let me get on tonight, because 2022 for a lot of people is going to be the first time they experience the tribe,
Oh, yeah.
because a lot of the tribe members are in all of these groups and not all of the tribe members are in one group. So, for example, where you're part of the tribe and you're in the main B niche group,
Hmm.
but you're not in the women investment group. So there is something like 2,200 of them
Ooh.
in that group, and they're not really in sync with the tribe just yet. They haven't really experienced us. So I said, we need to have a few more meetings where we start bringing tribe members on and things like that, so they can know what it is we do and how we get down and what we have going on. So yes, we have a lot of fun. We like the foolery, but our main thing is we're in it to win it, period.
Hmm.
So we're in it to make sure we're making our money, make sure that we're getting what we need to get, our goals are met, and we're leveling each other up at the same time.
Hmm.
So for 2022, there's so much stuff that's happening that the plans, if I sat here, I'd be here 2 hours just going over everything that we are doing. But something happened this last week that made me realize our tribe is still not big enough.
Yeah.
Because when I reach into the tribe to find a business opportunity for someone and no one is there that has that niche, then that's when I realized the tribe is still not big enough.
Hmm.
And so what happened is I put a post in the group, and I said the post said something like, and some of you guys probably can remember me saying, "Is there anyone here with a veteran's niche?"
I saw that. Yeah.
And people were responding, "I'm a veteran." I'm like, well, what is your veteran's niche? You
Right.
know, and it got me to thinking that although I train and teach and everything on niches, people still don't understand exactly what a niche is, and or can't articulate their own niche. And so, I know that last year we kind of went away from doing all the trainings we were doing in the Big B niche group, and I started working with the Win group a lot, and
Hmm.
they became my group of that needed the most support, and they started rocking and rolling. Before I knew it, they were buying properties, creating development teams. The ladies were out there. And then our business niche group were not really engaged, and they weren't leveling up within their niches. They weren't studying their niches. They weren't taking the time to identify their niche. And so it's one thing for me to talk about it, and it's something else for me to bring other people on. And so, like for you, as I'm talking to you, because again, when y'all tell me what y'all niches are, I don't forget.
No, you
And
don't.
then,
You not.
and then, and then there are people who will, because it's in the back of my head, because when business opportunities come up, I
Hmm.
need to be able to say, hey, this is a business opportunity for you. And y'all already know I don't even put my hands on opportunities that's not six figures or more. And so and before people, before you became a real estate agent, Eric, and I'll let you introduce yourself because, again, our tribe knows who you are. But who are you? Because there may be people who don't know you.
What's up, everybody? I'm Eric Parsons, and I am a wholesaler and a realtor. I started off in wholesaling as a wholesaler, and then recently passed the exam, and now I'm a licensed realtor in the state of Alabama.
Right. So when I met you, you were a full-time wholesaler.
Yes, I was a wholesaler first. I'm still a wholesaler first.
Wholesaler first, and then went and got your license.
I did.
And so I'm laughing because Angela, you don't forget a damn thing.
Because not Angela.
I don't know. I don't know how. But I don't. So, Eric, when you decided you were going to be a wholesaler, what made you pick that niche?
I had gone to a lady that was referred to back in St. Louis, and she helped me with my business plan. I went to her, I told her, I said, look, I'm tired of corporate America. I'm not shaped for this. I'm a free spirit. And I wanted to get in real estate, but I did not have my license. And I asked her, is there anything that you can recommend? And then she introduced me to wholesaler, and she was a wholesaler. So she helped me compile the business plan, and she kind of walked me through the process of how to networking, finding the properties, acquiring the properties, and the formula that they used at that time to have a large enough spread for me to get for myself. So
right. So you identified your niche, and then you started studying, and you kind of fell into it because somebody else introduced you to it.
I did. I fell right into it.
Yeah. So for some people who are out there trying to figure out their niche, it's sometimes right there, and you fall into it. Some of you get wrapped up in your head and you can't figure stuff out because a lot of times you're in the mix. So, or you had to try it out. And so now you are here with this niche. That's your business niche. You've heard about how you discovered it. Now, is that going to be the niche you focus on for 2022?
That is, but I want to take it to a different level. Now I'm more so working on being the investor.
Okay.
And being the one that's buying the property and in strategy.
Right. So for those who are listening, because remember, sometimes, I'm a teacher. So I'm going to use terms sometimes and other things. And remember, I try to also keep it really quick. So I want you guys always to know you got to identify the niche. Then you have to study the niche. Then you'll learn some other thing. Then you dominate the space. Damn it. You got to dominate the space.
You have to.
And part of dominating the space is being able to predict what's coming up, what's going to be next, what's your next level. But most people can't get to their next level or be able to change because they haven't done any studying on the niche at the beginning part. It's like you want to be an expert and you've only been doing something for 3 months.
I'm gonna tell you something. If nothing else, you're gonna need somebody there. You're gonna need you can't do it by yourself. You cannot do it alone. You need a mentor. You need partners. You need these people in your space. Because if you try to do it by yourself, you'll be like me, because I got burnt out at one point. I think I talked to you about it, and you're like, no, this is dominate this space so it can take you to the next level.
Right.
You're not going to stay in that particular space, but you're going to stay in that niche.
Right.
That makes
exactly.
sense. So I had to change my mindset.
That's right. That's it. And sometimes that's all it takes is because you have to, and some people think, oh, let me get over here. This is not working. You could still be in the same niche, but be doing different things right within your niche. So, for example, if I said, well, Eric, if you're already wholesaling residential, let's go ahead and wholesale some commercial properties.
And that's something that I want to do.
that's a part of the niche. You got to keep studying, right? So you
Yeah.
got to be on the investor side, you got to be
Hmm.
on this side, you got to know more about financing, you got to keep going. You can't just go, okay, well, that's not it. Or you
Hmm.
could say that's not it and then let me find a different niche. But if this is something you love, you know that there are levels to this.
Hmm.
There are levels to all of this stuff. And that's why, I want you guys, as you're looking into 2022, to be looking at, if you feel that you have done all that you can do in your space, then understand you haven't done enough because you haven't went to your next level. And I always hear people like, oh yeah, well, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And I'm like, but you haven't even went to your next level yet. So don't stop. Just look around and start talking to other people to find out what they're doing. So, perfect example. Someone, I think it was Willis. Yeah, it was Willis the other day. We were talking, and I said, I got tired a long time ago, so I don't really work with buyers and sellers and stuff like that and stuff. And he's like, yeah, I'm working with buyers and love my clients. And I'm like, yeah, I said, I love my buyers, but I don't like showing. And where people may think, because I said I don't like showing, that I'm no longer working with buyers. How can I show? So
Right.
when I tell people, well, I've sold 33, 34, 35 properties now without showing one of those properties, you know, and outside of the country, there's levels. Because if I'm selling a new construction project to buyers, didn't I still sell to
Hmm.
buyers?
You
But
did.
there was nothing to show them. So I didn't have to go open a door or any of those kind of things. And you can have a team and other things. So you can graduate within any of your niches and still be within the business that you want to be within. But
Absolutely.
if you put yourself in this box, it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen.
Right.
And so this upcoming year, not only did we pull out ourselves outside of the box, we also had from like Teach at the Beach. Every year I have to raise the bar. I have to
Hmm.
get outside of the box. So the very first year, what were we doing in Teach at the Beach? We had a conference room, we got it through. Second year, conference room got bigger, stayed in that hotel, got bigger. Then we started selling out the hotel. The space
Hmm.
wasn't couldn't accommodate us anymore. Then we went to another hotel. That space can't accommodate us. So now we're going international, right? And the one thing I want to why another reason why I brought Eric on, because of course he is one of those people, he's going to talk about everything. So if y'all run into Eric, he'll tell you all about his niche, how he got started, what he
Yeah.
had going on. And he's not going, you might not see him as a professional speaker, but he'll stop and talk to you all about his niche and that kind of thing. So another tribe member that I just wanted to introduce the larger family to, who everyone may not see Eric. And part of while we were at Teach at the Beach last year, Eric was stepped into a space that, and for those who were there, you understand the power of our our late night masterminds, where we get our tribe in there and we start helping each other and rooting each other on,
Hmm.
right? And I'm always working. Y'all know I'm just moving. And I happen to walk in and Teresa was taking over. And our evening events, for those who haven't been there, they go to 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning at night, of people needing help with their different things. I need my niche. I need whatever it is, right? So we were in there and going. And all of a sudden I heard this noise. And what I thought I heard was when they were cheering on someone, that everybody was clapping and stomping at the same time. And so Jeff is telling me, go get go get this or go get that. And I'm on the phone and doing whatever. And I was like, wait a minute. That wait, there's something going on over here. They cheering and I can feel this movement and all this stuff. And I said, that's what we needed to have. That took us and our masterminds to the next level. So yeah, we have our drinks and stuff in there. We're having a good time. But then the power of us being able to have a cheering section, like your own band, was cheering for you, that
Yes.
took us to the next level. So yes, those clack, 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 clack. And then they actually gave me their fan, which I didn't realize was a fan, y'all. So y'all
Mhm.
know I am all the way out the other end. So saying that to say that sometimes, guys, even when you think what you have is so dope, that somebody else adding to it isn't taking it anything away from you.
No,
It could be adding something and taking your stuff to the next level.
absolutely.
Okay? So the power of a team, the power of other people coming into your space, it can make things just so much better for everybody. So guess what I didn't have to do last year? I didn't have to manage the whole mastermind and be on there all night by myself. I actually had Teresa, another team, another tribe member, say, hey, can you take this over? And that added even more value to what we were doing. And there were other people in there. So, guys, the moral of this is that sometimes, and what I want you guys to look at for 2022 is you don't have to do everything in your box. You don't have to be afraid to invite other people in. Okay, so many times people are afraid to let somebody else into what they're doing because they feel that person is going to show them out or show off, and then they're going to diminish what they have. Eric doesn't dim my light. I don't dim his light. In fact, together we have bigger
Oh,
lights.
baby.
So,
Woo! Please.
when we look at what's going to happen for 2022, and I said, Eric, oh my gosh, this is like, then I started collecting fans. And then tribe members start coming to events like Keisha and bringing me fans. And now I have a collection of fans. And now we have our own fans.
Y'all better get
And
ready.
y'all better get ready, because then what we did is we said, well, if this is our thing, and this is really what our masterminds are about, is about supporting each other. Let's take it to the next level.
Mhm.
Okay, let's go and let's raise monies for organizations that we want to support.
Absolutely.
Right? Let's figure out, let's get our own chant together.
Yep.
Let's get our own stuff together. And so what you guys are going to see in next year for 2022 is that our $100 million tour that sets off in Miami. You want to tell them a little bit about it, Eric?
Yes, it starts in Miami March 1st, right? Through
Mhm.
3rd, 2022 in Miami. It's gonna be filled with so much energy, fun, excitement, education, and money.
Mhm. That's exactly what it is. And Eric and his team and I mean, we've just been working on the back end, guys. Y'all know I had to get these made up for us because
Beautiful.
these will be our fundraisers. We're going to use this as a fundraiser and raise money for one of the community organizations that are in Miami who need some help. And our first day, and because it's the first stop on the tour and we're going to Atlanta right after it that same week, we're not there the whole week, but we have plans to are we at the Palace?
We're at the Palace.
We're going to the Palace.
The
So for
Palace
those
is the
who
place where the fans come. The fan that I had came
Mhm.
at the Palace.
Got it. So the fan they gifted me at Teach of the Beach came from the Palace. And so that's what I've been practicing on. And Eric has even created us our own chant for the
I
$100 million tour.
yes.
So we will have those at the Palace, and so that
Yeah.
we're not waiting until we get to Teach at the Beach to then know how to use them. We'll be using
Yeah.
them all during the year.
All
So
during
if
the
y'all
year.
see me with this darn fan, wherever I am, mind your business. That's
Mind
what I'm
your
doing.
business. Mind
I'm
your business.
practicing.
Mind your
I'm
business. These are
practicing.
beautiful, guys. Yes.
So we are planning on adding some extra fun to what we're doing. We have all kinds of stuff happening this year. We started community group for brokers, independent brokers.
Mhm.
Franchises are great. They have a space, but when people really get down to the nuts and bolts of stuff, the
Mhm.
independent broker
Yeah.
actually has more real estate agents within the independent brokerage than franchises do. But yet they don't have enough support, enough coaching programs, and all kinds of things. So we've developed some things over there for them. We have WIN. You guys already know the ISAs, the international sales agents, and stuff like that who are selling. Dominican Republic. We have now went into Puerto Rico as well this year. Just lots and lots and lots of stuff. One-on-one coaching is still going on. The boot camps, everything else is still happening. We're just adding more team members and more energy to the groups,
Mhm.
and getting focused more on those niches so that everybody is not in one place. So the one of the funny things that happened, guys, is, and some people were asking me about that veterans niche. So I got to bring it back to answering their questions. And what happened was, once I realized a lot of people couldn't articulate what the niche was that they were doing, made me now have to go back to, I'm going to make some more videos and put them in the group and tell
Mhm.
y'all this is what y'all have to do. You have to study, you have to spend time to identify your niche. And some of you may have to talk to other people who have a niche already and find out if their niche is something you should be doing. That's sometimes you got to interview some people.
Yeah.
Okay? You have to interview folks. So,
Mhm.
in addition to that, that's going on, while I was asking about the veterans piece, what happened was there is a development project, and one of a huge developer partner asked if we had anyone who had a veterans niche that was relocating veterans internationally. And that's why I asked people about the veteran niche. They needed someone who can relocate veterans internationally, not from state to state, but from in state, in the
To
states,
suing out the states.
out the states.
Whew.
And so that just turned on for me. I knew we had people who had niches and say, oh, I work with buyers. Oh, I work with this. This particular group, not only did they want you to have that you could relocate them internationally, you also needed to have some skill set and knowledge about housing needs for those veterans.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, if there were people who had truly stepped into the veterans niche and said, this is what I want to do, they would know some about something and then could say, well, I can study some more or get this part or know this part or know someone who has this part.
Mhm.
But it's very hard when you are doing 25 things. And so for 2022, guys, you have to put in your brain that you have to be able to articulate your niche. Because when opportunities arise, for example, if opportunities come across my desk, it's not my niche. I'm going to pass it, but I want to pass it on to a tribe member who has that niche. And if people have not sat down long enough to understand their market, understand who they're working with, or give me general terms like, oh, I work with buyers. What kind of buyers? Buyers can range from children
Yeah.
to trust. So, what kind of buyers? And it could range from lots to graves. I don't know. It could be anything. So to be able to articulate, guys, what you do is so very important. So that not only me, but other tribe members and other people around you know exactly what kind of business you want. So that you can get that business in droves. You can get those cheerleaders behind you. You can get those things in front. Not, I just work with sellers. That could be anything. That could be anyone.
So anything. So please be specific.
Yes, please narrow it down,
Yeah.
and that would be very helpful to everyone. Um, So what you guys got? Somebody asked Whitney, and Whitney, and see, this is what's good because the minute I said veteran, someone said Whitney. I can't see who that is. So I already know that that is a tribe member. Who knows? And Whitney has said, yes, I work with veterans. And I knew that she worked with veterans. I just knew she wasn't on this space of the veterans. So again, people know that you work with a niche. That's good. It's really good. But how many other people on here, if when somebody mentions a niche and your name can't come to the top of the conversation for that particular thing, then you're not the go-to person. That bag isn't going to chase you for the things you want it to chase you for because people don't know what it is you do.
So people wholesale think let this come up. I'm not taking away from Ebony, but
so,
goodness.
so Whitney says, that's interesting. We relocate them from Japan and Germany to the U.S., but not the other way around. I'm wondering what this developer is doing. So what the developers have figured out, guys, and what's happening is that the as veterans and seniors and people start to retire, their cost of living and where they want to retire to is they have less options than if they're going to some international places where then their benefits would actually stretch and do more in other countries. So this particular organization has identified that group of veterans, and I believe he said it was 2 million of them, of this group that wants to relocate out of the US. So very, very interesting that people are digging in and figuring out, um, what their niches and stuff like that are and what's happening and who's doing what. So what else do you guys have going on?
Tamika, I want to
Because
say
I
something
know.
real quick. Oh, I'm
No,
sorry.
no, go ahead.
So with Tamika's talking about the niches, you know, find the niche, study it, then dominate the space. Also, that comes with owning that space. Own what you do and understand that, hey, this is what I do, but I don't do this, like Tamika said. But you have to you have to own it. If you don't own it, there's you be all over the place, scatterbrain.
Hmm. And I don't know, I don't understand, and maybe somebody else who's here. There's this fear of people narrowing down things. Like people, they just want to have a bigger net. Well, I'm going to get more. No, you're actually going to get less
Yeah.
because just having a wide net, you're going to get more of what you don't want.
Hmm. And so you're gonna spend more time weeding out what you don't want
Yeah,
when you can have the smaller net and get everything you want and probably gain more than what you
that's
did.
exactly that's exactly what you do. So if I know who my client is, so for example, if I'm a fisherman and I want lobster, if I have a wide net and I get the sardines, the whitings, the tilapia,
Mhm.
the lobsters, and now I got to spend time getting rid of all that other stuff that I don't
Mhm.
want when I could have built a better net to
Absolutely.
just get all the lobsters.
Just get
And then
all of
all just get all the lobsters.
life would be so much better, so much
So much,
easier.
so much
And
better.
I had to learn that because I tried to do so much
Right.
because I wanted to. I think what I wanted was just like I wanted to be this, and I had to understand. No, it takes time to get what it is that you're set after to do.
Right.
So
Right. And that's why I'm like, okay, so y'all gonna be wholesaling nationally. That's for some wholesalers, okay, now you gotta do it nationally, or you're gonna go bigger, or you're gonna go more narrow to whatever it is, or I'm gonna add on two
yeah,
states or one
yeah, because
state, or
it
you
took
know,
yeah,
it's there's levels to so much stuff that it is like, oh, whew. So that's
yeah.
what's going on.
I'm pivoting now because of some certain roadblocks. So now I have to pivot in another direction with
Right.
wholesaling.
Right.
So
Now, one of the things we're going to do is, let's see if I have it up here. For those who drop their emails, Carmine is going to uh, grab a few of those and we'll be sending out, um, let's see, which one is it? We'll be sending out, I've got a whole bunch of stuff going on here, so maybe I won't do that because then y'all know I'm known for not being able to get back on the live, and Eric will be sitting there like, "What happened to Doc?
what happened?
She didn't left. She didn't try to mess around with the screen. She
Right.
knows she ain't that techie, and
You
she over there
okay?
pressing buttons, and KJ ain't nowhere to be found." So that yearly planner, we're gonna send some of those out via email to some of you guys, so you can go ahead and get ready on some of this stuff. And we just want you guys to focus a little more because 2022 for a lot of people is there are no games to be played, and folks have to get to their next level. And what's happening, guys, if you haven't paid attention, there is less inventory for investors, and I'm sure you're even seeing it on the wholesale side.
Yes, yes, very much so.
So that means we have to roll up our sleeves and we have to do more cohesive business. And so I'm on board to help more of my tribe in 2022 have more success. And my tribe just are the people who are within my groups. They're within the groups, they're within the real estate house, they're within B Niche. That's who I'm focused on. So if there are people, because again, there are thousands of people, I got thousands of friends on Facebook, I got thousands of people in groups. But if they're not stepping up to engage and to help each other, see you later, bye. I got to focus on the folks who I know are in front of me. I know who are ready to help and do things. So, for example, the development group that's doing a development project. As soon as we finish our development project, we're building a new house for a single mom in Dominican Republic. Those are the kinds of people that I want to work with. And we have our nonprofit team members who are a part of the tribe, and we're going to support them and all those kind of things. So we build a stronger tribe of people who are going the same way. Like we all know the importance of having a retirement. We all
Absolutely.
know the importance of being able to retire and have some fun and do
Hmm.
all of those things. And we know how important our circle of people around us is. So no need for us to do a whole bunch of all those other things, but you guys will see us out there and on our tours come March. So March Madness is just the tour month. And you guys will see, the investment tours in January and February going to DR. And then March, we are totally in the States for whatever cities have access to come in. And we'll be talking more about development. That's a huge piece because we have to create our own inventory. So how do you do that? You've got to work and do more projects. You got to work on different aspects because the inventory is not coming as quick as it used to. It's like it's getting sucked up, but it's not by the smaller independents, and we need our independent brokerages to help push some of those things out the door, out the window, get the politics and all that stuff going. So I just wanted you guys to know that's what we have going on. Eric, do you want to share anything about what do
Yeah,
they need to do? Is it something they need to do to get ready? Because Eric, he got this down to a science, y'all. And I haven't been to the palace, but by the time I get to the palace,
ooh,
I
you
need
gonna,
my I'm a student, so I'll be at the palace in the front row learning all about the fans.
oh, they're
But
gonna love you.
but
Guys, you just have to have a lot of energy. These fans bring energy. You gotta be energetic. It's just the way that you gotta hold it. I don't know if they can see my thumb here. Ooh, there we go. And then the index finger right here. And you just let it fall through your finger. And with that noise, that brings a lot of energy.
so
It, it should make you smile, want to dance, and get up and move something. You
Jeff
know.
Bryan has already told me you're just too happy about some damn fans. So I told him don't he don't got to worry about it and just he could just hold my coat, my jacket or whatever. Because when
Yeah.
I get busy with it, somebody got to catch me. Auntie gonna have two fans that's soon.
I'm telling
I
you,
don't know how I can't do this left hand yet, but y'all just wait. I'm gonna have all of
figure it out. You're gonna figure it out.
them.
You're gonna figure it out.
So we'll have to connect back with the tribe, and I know in Miami, for those who are going, there will be the Eric will do the session there, and I don't know, maybe y'all will convince him to do one online or something before you get there.
I'll think about online. In person,
I
yeah.
know you gotta. Yeah, we could register folks in advance, and then they got to do their Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
That way, it's a closed group. Because
There
right
we go.
now we're kind of open. We on live and everything else, so we can
Yeah.
close that in and start practicing those. So, yes, yes, yes. All righty, guys. So I don't know if y'all have any questions. That's right. I can't tell who this is. Eric the Master. That's right.
Hey, yeah.
We'll know once we get off and we go back into the Facebook
Okay.
notes. We'll be able to see it. But guys, I just wanted to touch base with you guys because Cicely is asking, is Eric in Win now? No, he's in the big B niche group. Cicely, we have other B niche groups. That's what we're talking about. There's all kinds of stuff going on. So no, he's not in the Win group, but on tour, everybody's invited to our tours, Teach You the Beach and stuff like that. But I couldn't steal his idea and not have him included and come show us how the heck to work it. Cause I'm like, I need that, but I'm not, sometimes you got to get people who are better than you to go do the damn thing. And he's better than I am. So they're going to get that.
I had no idea these fans were gonna do that. I brought it and I was like, I just brought it.
Yeah.
It was
And so
nothing.
who knew?
Who knew?
Who knew? And so here we go. Now we're taking it on to the next level. And I'm going to love it because I love seeing what we're going to be able to do for the youth of the Miami organization, in which we're going to donate the proceeds of the fans to. So that will be, pretty awesome. And for those who had asked before, how do you get them? They'll be online. I think they are online now. I might need to ask Carmine, but part of your registration, you'll see them if you want to get them shipped to you before or whatever it is. So, but Eric is identifying the associations and the groups that we're going to donate the monies to, the charity to. So this is going to be so awesome. So we can include, all of our different groups in and have a good time this year. Someone said we all need a fan. And if you don't, you just have to clap to whatever the, routine is.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna let y'all know, Auntie Extra.
She extra.
Y'all know I'm extra.
It was right up your road. They said Eric, Tamika stopped in her tracks when she heard the fan, and I'm thinking, like, did I do something? No, she had this look on her face like, where is it?
Because it was just, I thought it was you guys. I thought it was y'all stomping and clapping. And so, for people who know me like more than 20 years, I used to have manage a youth group, and they were called Keystone.
Okay.
And if you can imagine 1,500 of them at any given time having a hand clap, and it sounded like that. That's what it was. And I just felt like their energy. I don't know. And I was just like, I felt like it was the Keystoners. And here it was just you with one fan doing that. I was like, oh my gosh, can you imagine all of us doing it? This, cheering on each other. This is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
They might put us out of the Dominican Republic with these fans, but there you go. So, yes, he created a monster.
I know who that is. I knew it. I knew it was either Angela or Tony. I knew it was either Angela or Tony.
That's right. Tony.
She's like, oh God.
Yes. So, guys, love on your other colleagues. Love on your folks next to you. understand that they very well may be the person that levels up your stuff to the next level. There's no need to hold on to information and things like this. Um, you can help better someone else's organization while doing, whatever it is you do. And we look forward to learning the routines, Eric, and getting out in the community and donating to the youth groups and whatever other groups you identify in Miami for us, and having a good time on March 1st.
Okay.
All righty, y'all.
Y'all better be ready. That's all I got to say. That's it.
That's right. You got to stay ready.
Stay ready.
So
So
you
you
ain't
don't
got
have
to
to get ready.
get ready. There you go. All righty, guys. I will talk to you guys later.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.